What's good, y'all? We back with another video, man. How y'all doing? If y'all doing great today, man. Today we got Saddest reveals in Paternity Court compilation. Something crazy, man. We finna see what happened. A lot of heartbreaks. You already know how the Paternity Court is gonna go. But even, you know what I'm saying? Grab y'all a little snack or whatever. I'll give y'all a little minute to grab a snap. You know what I'm saying? I'll go ahead and pause the video or whatever. You know what? It's the video, man.
You filed your case because you claim you've been robbed as a father. You are desperate to prove to the defendant that you fathered her 19-year-old daughter, Sierra Sloan.
The court is in session, and for some reason, Mr. Wheat looks like he is about to cry. Maybe because of the slim possibility that he might or might not be the father.
These are facts, and he isn't her dad. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
The defendant thinks that the chances are slim that Mr. Wheat is his daughter's father, and she feels pretty confident. Her daughter just wants to know, and she deserves to.
Because I was 19, I was young, dumb, and full of eggs, and I was doing me.
Young, dumb, and full of eggs and doing me.
And then laughing,
I've
bro.
never heard it explained like that.
Looks like Khaled might have to revise the
No
lyrics
way,
for his
bro.
popular song, Young, Dumb, and Broke, because Miss Grider did one better. Even Judge Lauren
No
has
way,
new
bro.
things to learn.
Because she started to
Women
get
do not be
darker
like this,
and
bro.
her-
Do
and
not be like that,
everything, and
So how many guys were you with? Four different guys.
The reason she gives Mr. Wheat for not
bruh.
being the father is
And
rather
it's,
happy.
and it's worse nowadays. It's way worse.
She also reveals
Way
the number
worse.
of men
He's
she was
speaking on
with
London.
during her daughter's conception.
Way
Shocking
worse.
stuff.
Mac had moved in with me, and yes, we were sleeping together. And then I went out to Texas nightlife and saw David, and
And who's the fourth?
just somebody I knew from Texas nightlife.
She explains how she could be with 4 men at once, and it makes sense that she is not sure who the dad is. Also, Texas nightlife seems like the kind of place you avoid if you don't want to get pregnant.
With the defendant.
She is my ex-wife. Me and Charlene were sleeping together and staying in the same house. Yes, ma'am. I was there, went to the doctor appointments. I named her.
She looks like him though. I ain't gonna lie. They do
Miss
look
Grider's
like her and
ex-husband
that.
also
her
believes
and
there is a
him.
possibility that he is the father. Going by all he did for Miss Grider's daughter, he had been a dad, even if it's not in blood.
Must be so confusing.
Hey yo.
For Miss Grider's daughter, he had been a dad.
If you overdraw your account,
I finna say, bro. Hey, bro, we pay for the big around here.
Even if it's not in
What they
blood.
got.
Must be so confusing, honey. What are you feeling in this moment? Can you tell the court?
Upset that I never knew who my real dad was.
Sierra is taking it hard, and that's fine.
bro,
It
it's
must be
not
pretty hard
crazy.
not knowing where your paternity lies. At least she has a father figure to lean on.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Grider, you are not the father.
The verdict
So
is
this
given on
whole
whether or
time
not
he been
Mr. Wheat
pimp-
is the father.
This whole time he been helped. Ain't no way I
The
couldn't do
decision
it,
is
bro.
not in his favor.
I'd be
He is
so mad,
distraught,
bro.
but it seems fatherhood
I'm
goes
taking
beyond
care
blood
of
for
somebody
Mr.
who
Wheat.
not even my baby.
And I saw you, Mr. Wheat, because once I said Mr. Grider was not the biological father, I think the weight even became heavier for you that, well, if he's not, that's even more probability that I could be.
I'm not sure Miss Grider understands the definition of a happy family. Not one person in the family looks happy. This, however, puts more pressure on Mr. Wheat.
Mr. Wheat,
In
you
my opinion, I feel like it's the lady fault, bro. Why are you sleeping with 4 people, bro? Like, what? Bro, what be wrong with folks, bro? Folks be
are
crazy.
not the
like-
father.
You have to feel sorry for Sierra. All she wanted to know is who her dad is, and she could not even get that much. It's too
You
much.
shouldn't even be
for anyone
hugging
to
her.
take.
You should be hitting
You're
her.
here
if
to
anything.
determine if you finally found your biological father.
Yes, ma'am.
Cassandra has petitioned a case to determine her paternity. It seems like it has been a long and hard search for Cassandra. Could she have finally found the one?
I was old enough to know how to read, and I found adoption papers stating that my dad wasn't my dad, that I believed was my dad. Because I tried to ask my mom, and she was never forthcoming.
It's never easy to find out you are adopted when you thought otherwise, especially from such a young age. It's even more painful how the only person that might know is not willing to let you know.
Roughly 3 months ago, I posted on Facebook, this status may hurt some people's feelings, but I really want to know who my dad is. And my mom, she got on there and she told me that I was a liar and that I never asked who my dad was and just threw his name at me.
I am not sorry to say that Cassandra's mother sounds like an ass. Who would do that to their own daughter? And on Facebook of all places, Judge Lauren's shock is apparent.
So was that's the dad for real? Now if they find out he not even the dad, what's she gonna do then?
Mr. Sigmund is escorted in and he walks in with flowers. Cassandra is just seeing him for the first time, but it feels right. Cassandra might need a minute or 5 to get it together so the judge faces.
But I was at the right place at the right time with her mother down in Florida.
Sounds like you all had a wonderful time together. How did this relationship end?
We had to actually talk about marriage one time. Then things got blowed up. She was gone one weekend. I got in trouble with the law.
Mr. Sigmund describes the circumstance in which he met her mother, and honestly, it sounds like they had the time of their lives. But all things must come to an end, even good ones.
You are not her father.
The results are out.
I already
It's
knew
not
it,
what
bro.
Cassandra expected. Her
already
disbelief
knew
and
it, bro.
sadness can be felt across the whole courtroom. Judge Lauren has to come down in comfort and give some solid advice.
But just 6 months ago, after an
That sound
argument,
crazy,
your
bro.
father dropped a bomb on you and said, "You are not my daughter."
Jasmine and her brother open a case to prove paternity after being sucker punched with the "I am not your father" line. Esau is the only dad she has ever known, so this hits her hard.
You state this 33-year-old secret has been haunting you
See, bro?
for way.
To prevent all this, bro, just sleep with one person, bro. But you know that. Hey, don't get mad at me. It's too hard for some. It's too. I'm just a messenger. Don't get mad at me.
Too long, and you are
Just a messenger.
ready for the truth to set you free. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Esau has been keeping his
Man,
part in
Truth ain't
Jasmine's
setting nobody
paternity
free
a
at this
secret,
point.
but apparently he is
Truth ain't
sick
set
of
nobody
that.
free.
It only took more than 3 decades for him to
Whoever
finally
said the
decide
truth
it was
free,
time.
you're doomed.
I've been through so
much stress and anxiety
timelines
because
have
of
matched
what
up
has happened.
based on the
You
doctor.
don't do that. I went to his house every summer, Christmas. You couldn't have me swabbed.
It seems even Esau
Damn.
is not 100% sure he is not the father. This adds a good amount of salt to the obvious injury he has inflicted on Jasmine.
What's happening here?
One of the things also talking to my mom, and she explained the time frames. Okay, she sat down and talked to me and was like, okay, when did this happen? When did that happen? When did this happen?
And he probably told her whatever she needed to hear.
Mr. Esau is sure that his math calculations are on point. Neither Jasmine nor her brother is convinced by his math.
Your father, he's walked you down the aisle. You said you're a daddy's girl. This has been.
He better not be my daddy.
Jasmine has some strong words for the man who has been their father
This is why he
figure
better
for
not
life.
be my daddy.
She might actually get what she wished for.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Esau,
Yes, Your Honor.
you are not the father.
They say to be careful what you wish for, and this applies to Jasmine in this case. Even if Mr. Esau is not the father, he still comforts her and even admits his fault in the paternity mess.
I need my mama. I need my mama. That's all I need. I can't get no answers.
The sad truth is that Jasmine may never know because the one person who may have known has passed on. Maybe it's better not to know sometimes.
You have brought.
Oh,
your
that's
mother,
crazy,
Miss
bro.
Madrigal, to
So
court
her dad, her mom passed away, so she don't even.
today because you claim she has no
Seeking with hella folk,
idea
bro. That was
who your biological father
that would
is.
come
You
with
say
it, bro.
your mother
Like,
gave you a list of 13 possible men, and you are hoping to determine who your father is today.
Wow, you don't have to be good at math to know that 13 is a lot of men to sleep with. Judge Lauren calling it a laundry list is a nice way to put it.
So my thing is this: when she said,
It's
when
my
she
laundry
said,
list.
"Oh, is he my dad?" I'll say, "I don't know. Could be anybody in Seattle." Since she thinks that's what it is, absolutely.
When you're to a point
it
where
could be
you're
this guy right
being
here.
raised upon.
Yeah,
See,
really.
See? Ms. Myers, in your.
She told us it could be this guy right here. He talking about something. Bro, niggas, bro, ain't gonna lie, man. You funny as hell, right?
The mom is quite disrespectful to her daughter, who deserves to know the truth about who her father is. Jerome certainly did not want to be the one of the legendary 13.
I didn't want to be around her. I
You
didn't want to be
didn't get
under her.
along to this degree even when you were 15 years
Worse
old?
than this. It's even worse than this. The only reason why I'm even somewhat civil with her is because I have an ex that used to preach to me all the time about having to be be close to my mom, and I wanted to be right with God. So therefore, for God.
It's hard to believe they are mother and daughter because look at them go at it. Even God is not enough to mend this.
Man, it's not crazy, bro. I hope I don't never been up in
this rift.
Within that time, I could have been way off and not
Never
know.
mind, bro.
Because by the
Just
time I
forget what I
found
just
out, I
said.
was 4 months pregnant with her. You see what I'm saying? So there could be a list of whomever.
The mom tries to explain that she was 17 and wild, so even
like that's on, bro. It all goes back to the mom, bro. Like, why are y'all sleeping with 4 and 5 people? Like, it's not cool, bro. Like,
tell who the father of her daughter is.
You know, we got together, she came over, she told me she thought I was sexy, whatever, good looking. Okay, we had sex, it was a 3-minute thing.
He swore to
3 minutes?
And nothing but the truth.
Mr. McCraney takes his oath
No,
seriously.
man,
It takes a real man to admit such facts in open
bitch
court.
is fire.
It has been determined by this court that you are the father.
There it is.
He just passed
Who can
out.
blame Keith? Imagine 3 minutes of fame get you child support for the rest of your life. Keith is a father, and he almost faints after hearing the results. The daughter does not like the
it's
results
over
either,
with,
but
bro.
Judge Lauren tells her to look on the bright side of things.
Miss Coe, you say you're
It's
here
over
today
with.
because your
Bro, man,
daughter
gotta pay
is
that
out of
every
control
month, but
teenager
needed
and
every month.
Furthermore, you claim that you
Need
have
every
serious
month.
doubts that your daughter's boyfriend, Mr. Boyce, is the father.
Yeah, you could
of
tell
your
you could tell they
7-month-old grandson.
sister. I mean,
You say Mr.
they
Boyce
mother and
has
daughter.
been
You
a
could
father
tell.
to the baby, but that your daughter has numerous sexual partners, and so he needs to know the truth.
This case is a mom versus daughter case. The mom knows her daughter is hard to control and had several sexual partners, while the daughter hopes that the DNA test will prove her mom wrong.
From fights at school, hitting a police officer, not once, but twice.
Hitting a police officer.
She punched a police officer twice. I get the phone call to go up to the school. I get there. I was thankful that I knew this police officer.
Y'all see all the NPCs in the background, bro.
He looks at me and he says, "This is your daughter?"
The mom testifies from the get-go. You could tell that the mom actually established that her daughter is a handful and is always causing trouble. Zaire does not dispute much
She
of her
look
mom's
like she do
testimony.
too much, bro.
They broke out
No
windows,
dealings, bro. No
hard.
dealings, bro. No
They
dealings.
hit me with a brick. I got hit in the back of the head.
What?
And I also stopped them. I didn't think they was gonna do that to the house. I didn't say mess the house up.
Get hit in the back of the head with a brick is
Zaire's
insane,
mom
bro.
further
Like,
testifies,
not
and it
going,
becomes
bro.
more evident just how out of control her daughter is. The daughter's case is quite shaky at the moment. Judge Lauren is appalled.
I go to
This is my
Larry.
Paul.
I say to Larry, look, as Zaire's mother, I'm going to keep it real with you. I've got to be 100. I say you need to get a DNA.
Zaire's mom felt a sense of duty to tell the supposed father that he might not be the father. Zaire more or less agreed with the mom, as she is not sure who the father is.
I feel like from the beginning I knew it was a possibility, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, he made me grow more, you know what I'm saying, since he been around. My mom, she passed away, and once I told her about it, you know what I'm saying, she just, oh, that's my grandbaby. I'm hoping that he's mine.
The supposed father, Larry, believes there is a
Man,
possibility.
it's not crazy,
An argument
bro.
breaks out on how safe or unsafe the sex was, and that's more than enough proof that it wasn't as safe.
Mr. Boyce, you are not the father.
Larry is heartbroken about the outcome of the results, but
Taking care of her the whole time. I mean, taking care of the man the whole time, bro. He ain't even the father. Imagine take care of a baby, bro. That's not even yours. That's not even yours the whole time, bro. And some people don't find out till about 18 years down the line. Oh, nigga need all that time back. You feel me? Niggas need all that time back. For sure.
but there is no doubt in the courtroom that he has been and possibly will always continue to be Christian's father.
It's not crazy, bro. But hey, that's what happened when you sleep with 4 and 5 men at one time, bro. That's why, like, when you pick your girl out, bro, make sure that, you feel me, do background checks. Ask around the city, you know. Just, you feel me, just peep game, just observe. Just sit back and observe a little bit. See what happens. Hopefully y'all like the video. See y'all tomorrow, man.